this is why we can remain happy no matter what state we're in. Back then, when we had nothing, when you're sleeping on the streets, when I'm paying $5 to live in hostels, I can argue I was just as happy.
Bro, I think sometimes I might have even been more happy.
Happier.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain this.
Yeah.
But
I think partly it's about just being older and growing up and having more responsibilities, but I think it does, for me, most ways you earn money involve hard work and really investing a lot of your mental power, your attention, your commitment to things. And I feel like all of those, it can just eventually be, you know, pretty exhausting. And I just think like there's something amazing about the freedom. I'm not saying you can't be financially wealthy and free and happy, but there's something about the freedom of not really taking on a lot of that stress and worry. And I think for me, and I still feel I am like this, but especially in my early 20s, I was just like, didn't have a worry in the world, like nothing. But now I just feel like, and it's not like I'm worried now, but I just have more things to think about in life and to figure out. So maybe that's part of it.
I remember the panel, they asked us as well, like, are you guys worried about sustaining your career as a YouTuber? Because a lot of people become irrelevant, or you know, you can't make money anymore later on. Aren't you worried about that? Because there's a lot of YouTubers that have that anxiety that one day they might not have a job anymore. And I remember we talked about that. It's happened
to some of my friends.
Dude, it's happened to...
I look at a lot of my friends that were literally hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and now they're just working regular jobs. They were making money on YouTube and sponsorships. They haven't managed to cross over anything. And I think that's rare, that you can't carry over anything, but it's, you know,
it happens.
I think it's rare. I do think it's rare, because I think even people that kind of quit YouTube, they've set something up for themselves. Yeah. They've either got a nice amount of savings where they don't need to work again necessarily, or minimally, or they've like built some kind of business and started like
if that happened to us, like we just talked about, it'd be okay because we were happy with nothing.
A question I get often is like, what would you be doing in your life if you didn't ever start YouTube, or social media didn't exist or whatever? And I think there's plenty of things I'd love to do. But I recently, after doing this kind of DIY project on my channel where I like built I like renovated my old 1970s Volkswagen van, put an electric motor in it.
You put the Tesla motor in it, right?
Exactly. It was an
Tesla battery.
Tesla batteries, electric motor.
Because that went super viral.
It was so fun. It was so fun, and I was like, I would have really. I felt so alive doing that. Not even making the content, just doing it.
Yeah.
The content was like a second thought, but I just realised I would feel. In another world, like I could run a repair shop, and I would love that. Like that would genuinely fulfill me, and it wouldn't even be about trying to build a huge business or empire or anything. I was just like, day to day, there's so many things that I could do with my time that would just bring me so much happiness and fulfillment.
Dude, same. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't a YouTuber, but I do know I'd be doing something that I enjoy, and the only way to find stuff that you enjoy is just to keep going out and doing stuff, you know?
And that's why I think a lot of YouTubers get lost in it, because
they stop doing other stuff.
They stop doing things they enjoy. They're chasing the fame, money, success, views, subscribers so much that one day they wake up and they're depressed and they don't enjoy what they're doing anymore. And so many big YouTubers I've talked to, I mean, even, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but after Jesse and Gina broke up from Prank vs Prank, he had like 10 million subs. And I remember him just saying to me, he just feels lost. And it's so interesting to me, because I'm like, wow, you got 10 million people following you and you're lost. So like, where are you taking them? In a way, do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
And I think that was an exciting journey for him, and maybe he's still on it, of like figuring out, okay, what makes him happy? What does he really want to do? What kind of content, what kind of messaging, what kind of message does he want to put out there in the world? And I think a lot of these brand new social media celebrities or influencers or whatever that are blowing up, and especially TikTok, like, so amount of kids I met that are like, yeah, I got 21 million like followers.
Dude, that kid TikTok, that we just met was like, yeah. I have 25 million followers. He's 19 years old.
And I'm like, this will be a wild ride for those kids for like a 5 years, 10 years down the line though, they're going to be like, what really matters? And having 25 million people who listen to me, at some stage you're going to be like, I think anyway, from my experience, is like, what impact am I leaving on this world? What am I influencing people to do? Am I just doing silly pranks? Which I don't have a problem with, but it's like, or is there something deeper? Is there a deeper message? Is there something I'm passionate about changing in the world or whatever? And I like that. And I think that you can't force that on people. I think that's like almost a self-realization over time.
They have to figure it out on their own journey. Yeah.
But that's what I'm actually really excited about. And I've spent like the last couple of years trying to build support for creators to ask those questions, like, how can I use my platform to do more good in the world? How can I find what I'm passionate about?
If you liked what you saw and you want to listen to the full episode, then download Spotify and follow us at SuperHuman with Will Dasovich. It's completely free, it's linked below and easy to use.